No mai haere mai, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to day one, game one of the Wellington Rugby League Premier Men's Competition. Beautiful day here. We're at Ngati Domain in Parramatta. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Dugout, broadcasting of your play-by-play commentator in this one. And the first game out there on the Ngati Domain Ground 1 will be Petone, the home team for this game, taking on Vikings. Petone will be in their black and white strip, and the Vikings in their maroon strip. Joining me for what's ensured to be a absolutely enthralling game will be my co-commentator, Semi Kuresa, Cass Kuresa, the Cuzzies. Welcome along, gentlemen. Good to see you.
Kia ora, brother. Awesome, man. It's great to be here.
Man, it's awesome to be here. It is a beautiful day. We mentioned earlier on this could be one of the last nice days that we have for a few days, so we're going to enjoy this.
Yeah, make the most of it. I'm sure it's going to make for some really thrilling rugby league out there today. Looking forward to seeing it after, I sat down and watched that Cowboys-Broncos game last night. That was pretty fantastic, so looking forward to more of the same out there today.
What happened to the Broncos?
Looking forward to it as well. The Petone Panthers, second year back in the Premier Grade. Dallas and Darryl Rolliston coaching the boys, so looking forward to see what they can bring to 2026.
Well, yeah, we're just going to bring you the lineups there very shortly as they see the team make their way out onto the ground there. We've got Ricky Hunt at fullback, Kimi Nu, and Sla Enaliko, Mate Mulika Amea in the backs, as well as Ezekiel Toanga Maya, William O'Toole, and Gavin Royal is the vice captain. In the forwards, Sione Valu, Tyson Edmonds, Isaiah Fuimaono, Sifu Lucini Ti Mulitalo, Leo Ititi, Fuimaono, and Nato Kitoru is the captain out there. Gentlemen, you guys probably know a little bit more about Wellington Rugby League than I do. Anyone to, we'll just do that in a sec as we quickly do Porirua. In the backs for Porirua, Josh Williams, Nura Akavi, Arua Tupo, Marika Vavatanga, Roy Malava, Logan Ariuwuli, and Brandon Voles. That's the backs for Porirua Vikings. In the forwards, Yona Atoni, AJ Mikaere, Pui Fafoi, Ihaya Skipwolf, Credence Rameka, and Sean Atoni Gatu. Gentlemen, anyone to watch out for in both teams?
Yeah, mate. Well, if you come to Petone, man, they've got a few boys that have come over from the Hunters, the Fuimaono brothers, and Sione Valu, so look out for those two.
Here we go, underway in the first game of the day, and the kick goes down inside the 22, and there's a big, strong hit up.
Oh, good run.
Nice run to get Petone going. Ball security absolutely essential out there as we head towards the midfield. Tack down the wing there. There's a hint of a high tackle over there.
Referee in the middle this afternoon is La Witiana. Great to see her there, offering her services.
Yeah, definitely. She stepped up last year to Premier Men's Grade, and she's done a few internationals as well, running the line up in the Pacific Cup, so it's great to see La really progress in the referee circles.
Nice, and she's already busy as we see Petone earn themselves a penalty. The kick takes themselves into Vikings half. Vikings going from left to right. They're at the northern end of the ground as we look at it. That's their defensive end. Somebody didn't bring another ball to the game, guys. Someone took off with the game ball already.
You know you're in Porirua when it takes a while to get the ball back.
Wait for the tap. Go now.
Right, underway again this time. The tap's taken. There we go, tackle zero, ideal attacking option out there now for Petone. This will really test the Vikings defence. Good tackle. Two-man tackle. Nice strong line there. Here we go, Petone just probing the Vikings defensive line there. They're inside the 20 now. Bit of a standstill there. No one running from any depth or at pace. This time they look to go wide. There's the kick. Nicely done by the Vikings.
Ooh.
Nice tackle out there. One of the Petone back rowers.
Great defensive set by Petone for Panthers. Can they keep it up all day?
That'll be the thing, won't it, gentlemen? See if the old fitness holds up early on in the season.
Oh, especially with the heat coming down on them. It's pretty warm this afternoon.
21 degrees out there, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing but sunshine out there. A little bit of high cloud and a gentle breeze. There's the kick, goes right down to the goal line for the Petone Panthers there. They're bringing it back now strongly from fullback.
Oh, excellent run.
Great run by Ricky Hunt.
Ricky Hunt, the fullback there, brings it back strongly.
On your front. Nice. Put the pace up.
Yeah, Petone up to halfway now. These are good metres.
One marker. Relax.
Oh, back door.
Strong running.
Control game. Make them work.
Vikings hold up. There's the offload. Very good set now from the Panthers. Here's the kick this time.
One line. Win the rock. Yes,
They're very efficient from the Panthers. Get off their own line there.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
man. Yeah. I think they're just rolling up with their big forwards, just getting to the kick. I think early on it's really important you just try and complete your sets, get some flow into the game. So Petone, really good on attack, but Vikings also. Oh, they lose.
There we go. There's the first turnover of the ball game. Petone taking advantage of it. They're going down the right flank. There we go. He bumps one off. Dangerous moment now for the Vikings as Petone full on attack. They're only on the second tackle. Oh, there's a nice run from the number 8 out there. Goes over. Try awarded.
That's big Sione Valu, who's just come from the Hunters, transferred to the Petone Panthers, but that all came from that era. They're not gone from the Vikings trying to work their way out, and the Panthers were good enough to take the opportunity and score.
Well, 4-0 to the Panthers, just like that. They've taken full advantage of the error from the Vikings, and this early in the ball game, the Vikings are going to have to watch those errors.
Yeah, there's the big man, Sione Valu. Takes a lot of, he's quite a big unit.
He's a big unit, all right.
Yeah, young guy, stays out in Titahi Bay. So I think Petone will be happy that they got him running for them.
Stays out in Titahi Bay, played for the Hunters in Wellington, and now plays in Petone.
Yeah, gets around.
What a traveller, eh?
Awesome start for the Panthers. I think the coach Dallas will be happy, just sticking to their game plan, getting to their kicks. And this player here, number 14, he's been around for a while. Their playmaker, Royal, he's vice captain. Used to play for TA back in the days as well, but has been with the Panthers for the last 4 years, showing his kind of leadership and experience, just steering them around the ship.
Just sneaks that one inside the upright.
I thought he hooked it.
Yeah. Well, it was from a distance. I thought I could kick that one, but he actually made that one look a little bit interesting. 6-0 early on in this ball game. Petone in the lead. Vikings are going to have to just watch that discipline, turning that ball over.
2.
Come on, Rua. Come on.
Here we have the replay again as Valu makes his way through. Let's hope it doesn't become something of a regular this afternoon.
Yeah, well, he just brushed one tackle off and then went over and 2 more, so he's already proving that he's going to be a handful probably throughout the game.
It did look like that kick was hooked, but...
Flag's been up pretty fast.
Time you're on.
After a side eye.
There we go. There's the restart. Nice bounce into the hands of the fullback. Immediately hands it on to one of the big guys.
Marcus square. To me. Go. Hands up now. White line. White. Go.
Can hear La Winatana out there, bossing the teams around out there, doing a great job. There's a nice show and go. He's showing a great set of speed. He takes it right down inside the 22. Gavin Royal.
Yep, that's right.
There's a nice hit up this time. Hard on attack now.
Oh, he should have given that. Looking at the replay now, the ball's going through their hands. He had 2 men outside him. It might have been a bomb try that they had there. Take them up 1 try.
Might have been just a little bit of victim of white line fever there, but they've got the penalty. They've restarted straight away, getting it out wide. Oh, this time there's the push-off. Petone hard on attack. Crossfield kick this time.
Oh, he's knocked it on.
Knocked it on in goal. It'll be a Vikings restart.
That was a good kick. Good kick across there. No one really took it on the full, and the Panthers just unlucky not to ground that ball over the line.
On the rock. Well done, Cully.
The restart for the Vikings now. They'll be looking to get some territory back in this game. Haven't spent much time down in the Panthers, inside the Panthers half. Taking it downfield now, hits it up strong, he takes it into Panthers territory. Is a little bit better from the Vikings as they just build something now from midfield. Heading down the right flank, there's a nice surge there.
What's their work? Go, Cully.
Continue to head down the right flank.
Yes, sir. You got to win the rock, eh? Land on the mate.
Umpire ref Winatana has got an offside there. The Vikings turn to put some pressure on the Panthers defence now.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen them down in this area, so we'll see what they can pull off.
AJ McCady gets them started.
Side again.
Just look for the ref, cuz.
Is that
Ask if
just
you're
got to
on.
look at that discipline
Ask if you're on.
as the Petone boys were just inside the 10-metre line there and came up a little bit early.
Go and help.
Nice surge from the Vikings as they look to get this game back on a level footing.
Stay on there, keep working.
Show and go there from McCady as he takes it himself out of dummy half. Now it's passed out wide into midfield.
And up 15. Get up.
Working pretty hard there. There's a ball in defence at the same time.
Shot. Get up.
Short of the line. Going to have to play it.
Don't touch.
Tackle 4. There's the kick. Oh, it's an awkward bounce. It's taken out there and he shows, and he stepped the defence. Boom! Gets a big shoulder. Keeps the legs pumping. Could hear that impact from here, guys.
Oh, mate.
Oh, there's a very untidy play of the ball right
no
there.
one there.
It's Vikings that steal it back. Hard on attack.
Please. Marcus, that's one.
Nice, then you're going to give an water.
Release now.
Here we go. Vikings just to be a little bit more patient this time. There's one of the big guys out on the fringes. He's spinning. And he's lost it forward. Over the line. It'll be a Panthers restart. That's a little bit better from the Vikings.
Yeah, it was a bit clunky, eh? They're down there on the where they need to be. They just couldn't get any structures going, any set plays. You know, this was a big run, big hit here from Tony
Boom.
on the winger. So, yeah, well, the Vikings are getting down there. They just got to keep them down here.
Well, she's nice and warm out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's 21 degrees out there, so both teams are going to feel the heat as we get further into this first half.
I wonder, back in 25, we had a drinks break. Do you remember that, Cass?
Yeah.
Halfway through the game. I'm sure that won't be the case today.
No, not in the quarter. I think it was a lot hotter that day.
Yeah.
But you can see some of the boys are really sucking in the big ones early on.
Yeah, there's high energy. Panthers immediately look to go wide. This time there's an offload. Dummy and show.
Oh, great tackle.
Tackle had to be made there. Nice work by Ricky Hunt there. Now this time it's... Nice interplay there from the halves for Petone.
And the Panthers just rolled up there quite easily. Vikings looking a bit gassed.
Yeah, we're 14 minutes into the half. There's a few of the big guys already blowing out there quite hard, so it's going to suck it up.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of them, there weren't many preseason games. So for a lot of them, this will be their first time playing 40-minute halves. So I'm sure the interchange will start happening soon.
Yeah, well, there's always been a difference between act fitness and game fitness. There's two different things sometimes, aren't they? Tony's turn to build something now as they work their way into the Vikings 20. This time the ball's been lost. No whistle, he's away.
He's got him.
Lovely chase there by Gavin Royal. But it's the Vikings who swing back onto attack. There's still Petone defenders trying to get back on side. Quick play, the ball was essential there. Nice hit up. This time it's the Vikings looking to set something up for themselves as they attack the Panthers line. Right out under the sticks now. They look to go wide. One-on-one here at the line. He's over.
Yeah, it looks like a try.
We're just going to check.
Check with the touchy. Oh, she's going to give it.
Try awarded. Nice work.
Roy Mayava.
Oh, excellent try from the Vikings. It was good intercept from the centre there, Tupou. Got them out of their own red zone, came down here, played out the set. And it was interesting to see Tony, the prop, out in the centres, gave that last pass and set up the try as we see here.
Just sets up the mismatch with the smaller guys out wide, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then this guy had a lot of work to do. Excellent try.
Showed a bit more structure and a little bit more patience.
Yeah. I think they're starting to find their feet. I guess a lot of these guys, first time playing together, get their combinations going. But good to see the Vikings hit back.
First game of the season, we're coming up to the 20-minute mark. How you see it so far? It's pretty willing, isn't it?
Well, at the moment, it's who's going to fall over first.
Yeah.
It's been to and fro for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's good that the Vikings were able to hang in there.
Yeah, I think the Panthers still looking like the stronger team. When they do get the ball, they're able to make 50, 60 metres on the set.
Yeah.
But Vikings, showing a bit of fight, sticking in there. A few errors from them, but their coach will be happy. Old Sam Martuni.
Right, the kick from right out wide now. Logan Ariuwuli looking to take the kick out wide for the Vikings. Here it goes, on its way. He's pulled it across the face of the goalpost, and that will be waved off. Touchies out there today, Warren Pretorius and Christy Deteri. Didn't need to keep an eye on that one too closely. There's the intercept right there. Good pace, but Royal really mowed him down there. Nice setup. Just a little bit slow to come across the Petone defence. Left it one-on-one.
Come here with your...
Brilliant.
Panthers bringing on a change. I think they're putting on 3 subs all in one go. So it must be in the engine room.
Straight into the interchange.
Yep.
Probably a good tactic. They're going to need those guys to close out the half. 6-4. The Panthers now have a slim lead as that kick's gone right over to the touchline. The Vikings will look to bring it back with the big man. Wow, that's a damaging hit up. Yona Tony. It's already shown that he's not scared of the physical stuff out there.
Grab the ball! Grab the ball!
That's the Panthers just having a hard time putting tacklers on the ground now.
Win the rock! On his back!
There's another good hit up. Credence Ramika this time.
Just win the rock, boy! Come on! No other hits!
There's a big sin there. He hasn't found touch on the penalty. It's Petone that bring it back to the Vikings half with the winger. Penalty count both ways beginning to stack up out there.
Yeah, that's a coach killer, right? When you don't get the ball out.
Yeah.
So now they find themselves back in the fence in their own half.
This time it's Petone that nailed the sideline this time. Possession just out in between the 15 metre and the 20 metre.
Find the ball, cuz wing. Every time. That's your roll. Cut.
A lot of coaches on the sideline giving advice.
Always.
That's unusual for a sporting event. Coaches, refs. Yeah, big defence from the Vikings this time. Here we go, this time it's Petone hard on attack now. It's a nice hit up out there. Looks to try and drive over. Loses the ball forward. Good defence by the Vikings that time.
Yeah, good defence, man. I thought they were going to struggle because they looked quite gas, haven't rolled any interchanges, but dug deep, held them out. From dummy half too, he tried to dive over, but solid defence from the Marcus.
Panthers were looking good as well, just the speed of their play.
Yeah.
So they'll be disappointed that that ball was knocked forward.
Yeah, if they can just execute, especially close to the line, then they'll probably score a few more points.
Vikings will have to work hard to get out of this half.
There's a big wide pass.
Real wide.
Too wide. A little bit ambitious for early in the tackle count. You talked about the coach killer.
Yeah, that's a coach killer, mate. You've just been on defence. You're tired, and then he goes out and throws the haymaker.
Speculator.
So, yeah. So a bit unlucky there, but yeah, back on defence for the Vikings.
You want to watch sevens?
Yeah, well, you know, you sort of back yourself to make some special plays occasionally, but at the wrong time and at the wrong part of the field. It's just a judgment call for them at the moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes a rush of blood. Oh, there we go.
Over. It looks like, it's a knock on.
Oh, he's got the knock on.
What a fantastic run.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tacklers. He still managed to put the arm out.
Oh, she's going to go touchy. See what the call is.
Yep. Out to the 20. Knock on and goal.
Knock on in the goal. You heard her. It'll be a restart at the 20 for the Vikings.
Had a good angle here.
Great run. Look how many tacklers he's got on him.
In the middle.
Yeah, full back.
Front foot on me. Front foot on me. Front foot. Front foot.
I'm sure the message would have gone in out there. We'll probably see a more settled set from the Vikings this time.
Yeah, no long passes here.
Oh, there's a great hit up. The big guys show the way for the Vikings. They head downfield towards the halfway now. Offload, nice offload in traffic. This time they look to go wide. There's the kick.
Oh, unlucky bounce.
She's an oval ball and the bounce is not always kind.
Yeah. Burst there, but the bounce was too high. Good idea, good chip and chase there.
Nice work by the Vikings to get out of the red zone this time.
Good crowd. Thank you, Porirua, for coming out today to Ngati Toa Domain.
Beautiful day. Where else would you want to be? Come and watch some good league on a beautiful day at Ngati Toa Domain.
Wait. Let's go.
All these talk about cyclones, it might be the last time we see outdoors for a couple of days.
We're out of here straight after this game, guys.
There's a couple of boats nearby, so we'll just jump on those.
Yeah. Put the sail up. We'll end up down in the southern Antarctic before you know it.
Yeah, the Vikings have done really well. You know, look like the Panthers are going to roll through them all game, but they've really shown a lot of resilience.
Yep.
Still in the fight, it's only 6-4, so we'll see if they get their second win.
Yeah, it's a good point. You talked about the Panthers, especially in the first 5 or 6 minutes. They looked like the team that you're right, that was going to march. This time there's lying all over the attacker there. Petone looks like they've had a few gulps and it looks like they've got a bit more energy on their attack. Dangerous moment now for the Vikings with another penalty against them. Nice work on towards the far touchline. Petone looked to bring it back towards the middle. There's the hit up from the prop.
Oh, knock on.
Just guilty of making a few errors on their own attack.
Yeah, a bit of fatigue kicking in for the Panthers as well. That was quite a straightforward pass. Couldn't catch it. The Vikings let off the hook again.
Just guilty of looking for the space before he could get the ball in the arms. A couple of guys looking to get into the game now from the Vikings. Might be running the interchange here in a minute or two.
Grab the ball up.
This time they've gone wide. Good yardage down the left flank for the Vikings.
Line speed. Together. Hey, wait a minute, Jason.
Got to tidy up the passing out there. This time it's Petone inside the 10 metre. Marker's not square.
The Vikings hanging in there, getting out of sit down there in their half.
Bit of contrast from the two teams. The Vikings a little bit more direct, aren't they?
Yeah, real direct. They've only used one sub, I think, whereas the Panthers have used 3 quite early on.
Ref Witiana doing a really good job.
Yeah, she is. Communicating really well. She's, letting them know where they need to be.
Quality. Vikings turn now on attack. They'll be looking to get it down. There's a nice solid wall of defence. Skipworth it was with that hit up. Hits that solid wall.
Offload.
This time an offload. Nice footwork out there by the hooker. Straight to a big man. Now they're threatening. 5 metres outside of the Petone try line. Going wide this time. Nice take. Oh, got the overlap.
Just the last pass. That was on.
Worked it very well there, the Petone backs. The Viking backs.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best kind of structure played we've seen them. But we see Williams through the pass just over the head of Tupou, and they've gone out.
Yeah, they managed to isolate the outside backs of Petone there.
Looks good. They're looking good. Vikings are building in confidence.
Both teams now just guilty of throwing away that last pass, but it's just early season stuff, really.
Yeah,
like you say, once they get these combinations together, things will look a bit better.
Big Sione Valu's come back on. He's had his little break.
He was influential when he was out there early in the half.
Yeah.
There's the restart. Petone it is, bringing it out of their own red zone. Nice run. Manages to stay on his feet. Nice quick play the ball. Oh, and there we go.
Another error. Another error from the Panthers.
Starting to rack up the errors now, the Panthers. They'll be probably happy to see the end of the half, but that's another 10 minutes away. That can seem like an eternity.
It's just the little things. The ball didn't need to be passed.
Yeah. They just need to work it out, get to the kick, and now the Vikings, they're growing in confidence.
Well, Cass, you said it early on, they've just got to complete those sets. They can do that. The team that's done it most efficiently is usually the team that's best on attack.
Oh, lost that.
Regather there. Carries on. It's the Vikings now looking to get back on attack. Did a great job in the previous, just couldn't quite hold on to that last pass. Bumping off the defense now. It's got it all the way out to the wing. Nice footwork out there. Ray Maava out on the right wing out here. Nice interchange between the forwards out there. Good defence too. Hint of a crusher there. Good step inside. Getting close now. Something building here for the Vikings. They look to go right again.
Oh, he's in.
He's in. We'll just wait for confirmation of that from the ref. There it is. Try awarded. Vikings building something good there. All they had to do was hold on to their last pass.
Yeah, and again, it's another big boy out wide. Up against someone smaller than him, and he crashes over.
There we go. Lovely try by the Vikings out there. Number 23, Jimmy Futi.
Jimmy Futi crashes over. So Vikings, back in the game. Now they're leading.
Woke up after 20 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
It was a series of errors from the Panthers that have led to it, but, you've still got to be there to take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, kick to come. Now the Vikings that are ahead, 8-6. I'm not sure that's our two teams out on the field there on our scoreboard.
We're reading the future.
Yeah. Of course, that's the next game, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, so don't go anywhere after this one.
We're just forecasting.
St. George taking on Thor. The score as well.
But yeah, man. She's hot out there, mate. These guys are doing well to... Oh, nah.
Nice work. There we go. The kick is unable to be made. So 2 unconverted tries to 1 converted try. 8-6. It's Porirua Vikings over the Petone Panthers. Sign of things to come. There we go. We've only got about 9 minutes left in the half. Been a good half so far.
Yeah, it's been really good. I think the Vikings have been really surprised us, being able to come back from looking like they were out, and here they go, working their way up. Oh, he's knocked it back.
Knocked back by the receiver. Both teams just some loose carries out there.
Win the rock.
Hooker moves it back towards midfield, looking for the big men to come in. Vikings have got some great work out of their big men, especially in their own half.
Go forward. Down.
Oh, nice defence out there. This time it's Petone. Drives them back to their own 10-metre line. Nice work from dummy half this time. 20-metre gain. Looking for the midfield. Here's the kick. And it's gone touch and goal.
Yeah, a bit too much on the kick, but good set from the Vikings. Dangerous starts. I think it's Afa Martini playing number 9. Really dangerous once he gets a quick play. He's got a lot of speed. He'll scoop out of there every time. Oh!
Yeah, Martini, one of the interchange players, so he's got a little bit of a fresh set of legs compared to some of the other boys out there.
Thank you.
Petone it is who needs a dig now. Just get back to some of that structure they showed in the first 10 minutes of the game. Complete a set of 6 would probably go a long way to starting that. Nice defence. This time it's the Vikings. Pass goes behind the runner. Knocked back. Play on, final tackle. Kick goes in the air, nicely taken out there.
Let's win the rock, boys.
Nice job by the Vikings. They've tidied things up in defence as well. Straight away the era comes.
Yeah, we'll be happy with that.
A coach killer?
Yeah, one of them, but it's a good opportunity for the Panthers, eh? You know, they've been struggling for the last 10 minutes, so they need opportunity, and this is it for them.
Yeah, well, they've been a victim of squandering their own opportunities, really. They have been down in the 20 a few times. They've raided down there.
Get on your touchy. Ball in. Ball's out.
This time it's Petone coming in through some of the big men. There's a nice run and a good offload. Throws the dummy. Gets rid of a tackler. Nice work. This time it's a bit more direct from Petone as they get Hitting it up early in the count. You can't pull the leg up like that.
Yeah. Bit of bad discipline there from the Vikings. They don't want to give up a try 2 minutes out from half time.
They've done some good. There's the big man. Try scorer from earlier in the half. Valu. Oh, a nice hit up. And over they go.
They needed that.
Well, guys, both teams showing that when they hold on to the ball, they can get the job done.
And Panthers, that's the other prop on the other side. He scores the try. Both props getting tries for them. And that time it was number 10. Too big, too strong. 3 men trying to hold on, but exactly what the Panthers needed.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The lead has changed again. This time it's Petone. 10-8 kick to come. They'd be very satisfied with that. They had a 15-minute period there in that half where might not have been.
Yeah. I mean, the Vikings had them under the pump for a while. So, I guess Dallas will be happy. The boys really stepping up, and Big Sione Valu coming back on really kind of turned that momentum for them again.
You think about halftime just around the corner, both coaches probably reasonably happy. I know there's been a lot of errors out there. It's the first game of the season as well, though.
Yeah,
they'll have a few things to say, of course, but...
they'll be happy, especially to get in for a break. Yeah, they'll be happy. I know the Panthers might not be as happy. We thought they'll be dominating by more, but they're still up now. 10-8 with the kick to come.
Lines up the kick. It's on its way. Unsuccessful. Nice close game. It might be time for a restart if they're lucky.
Yeah. 30 seconds on our clock.
Neither team look like they're in a hurry to get the half restarted at the moment. Looking forward to the halftime break.
How you do it, mate? Just stroll on up.
Yeah.
Just wait for the siren to go.
Any slower, I think this was a replay we were watching.
Yeah, there's the halftime hooter there, what they were all waiting for. Just quickly, guys, Semi, we'll start with you. Your first thoughts on the first half?
Look, both teams have had a roller coaster first half, but I've got to give it to the referee. I think the product that she's produced in that first half, she's made sure the teams are separated. There's been no flopping all over the tackles. She's tried to make this game as quickly and as clean as possible. So big ups and acknowledgement for her role. Vikings, for me, looks like they woke up after 20 minutes, and once they get into their groove, they do have some pretty key players in there that can actually run the ball quite quickly and get into tries and get them up. Cass?
Yeah, man, I agree with you, mate. I think the Vikings have grown in confidence, and the Panthers will be disappointed, but they're back on top, so looking forward to the second half.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The halftime there, the score is a very close and a very tight game. Petone leading the Vikings by 10-8. We're going to take a quick break during the half, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Okay, right hand, left hand, just like the Jody did. Easy. Oh no, not again.
When the radio's on and the sound is hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds with the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. All the best throwbacks.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. 40 minutes of rugby league. The first game of the season. Wellington Rugby League Premier 1 competition. It's Petone taking on the Vikings here at Ngati Domain. And it is a beautiful day here. Despite all the talks about bad weather and adverse weather, my thoughts and hopes go out to all of those of you in the far north, especially who are experiencing bad weather. But if you've got time to sit down, turn your TV on and tune in, then do so. And welcome to all those that have tuned in. Great game so far in the first half, and it's Petone who have taken it out. We just have had Cass step out for a little while, Semi. Second half, probably just going to wait for something to break loose in the second half.
Yeah, I think for both coaches, they'll be happy, as you mentioned before we went to the break. Both coaches should be happy with the performance of both teams. And we've said it throughout the commentary, it's the little things. Finish your sets. Get yourself up the field and give yourself an opportunity. There have been so many small mistakes. That last pass, make sure, it's the way you throw it. Make sure everyone can see what you're doing. But for both coaches, for the Vikings and Petone, they'll be very happy.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, it was there were a few errors out there, the sort of errors you do expect from an early season hit-out. But, of course, this is a full-on competition game, so both teams will be looking to eliminate those sorts of errors pretty quickly. And I dare say, Semi, it'll be the team that manages to do exactly that, complete their sets, hold on to their last passes, that probably come out the victor. Yeah,
you'll be looking at fatigue in that last 20 minutes of this second half. Making sure that you can use your bench appropriately, making sure your big men are getting that rest. And as we saw Petone, their big men, they roll quite nicely up the field with the right support from their spine. We've seen the fullback for Petone have a couple of good runs. Give him some space, got a nice step on him. He seems to find space wherever he gets the ball. So that'll be really interesting. Also want to mention broadcasts such as this delivered by Aotearoa FM and Beyond the Dugout. We also have partnerships and would like to acknowledge Aotearoa Order, Health NZ and Two Order who have joined us today as they have put together an outreach for immunisation which is happening in the club room. You can see the picture that's just left there. Health professionals are in there helping our whānau that have joined, that have come to watch the games. And reminding them get your flu shots and for them to stay healthy throughout the winter season.
Yeah, what a great initiative. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone who's down there at the game are more than welcome to go to the club room. And they're doing free flu shots over there, flu jabs, immunisations. It's a wonderful initiative. We always like to see whānau and our wider community looking after themselves, keeping themselves healthy.
Absolutely. As we see pictures of the crowd, look at that, some smiling faces. Great to see everyone out there. The Petone supporters are there, as we heard, so many coaches on the sideline, but that's the passion of our fans. They only want the best for our players out there to get up and keep going. Our 2:30 game is St. George up against Toa immediately after this, but we still have 40 minutes of Porirua Vikings up against the Petone Panthers. Both teams pretty much trying to figure out how their teams are.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the second 40 will tell us a lot, and that's about to get underway. Things are just lining up there, waiting for the ref's whistle to get us underway here in the second 40, and she'll be all on to see who is going to win the opening game of the season here in the Wellington Rugby League Premier 1 competition. And as the ref who's just, the players are all out there waiting, and the refs, we're just waiting for the refs.
Well, we remember end of the second half, they're quite laborious getting to the halfway line.
Yeah, the ref's probably just showing them what it feels like.
Yeah. Look, she's had a great first half last, so we're expecting another great half from herself for her as she officiates this game. Panthers are ready to go. The coach has already said, get out there, let's get this up and going.
Well, there'll still be a few nerves out there, and they'll be tingling, ready to go, aching to get into it.
Well, officials are saying there's still 2 minutes to go before the half starts, but leaving it up to the referee to make the call.
Yeah, as the official said, you've got 2 minutes, but you can start if you want to. Players look like they're ready. But hey, if they need to wait, then, you know, I'll take a few more breaths and I'm tired.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
There we go, we're underway again in the second 40 of this game. Big kickoff from Petone. Now they're the team going from left to right, and it's a big hit up as the forwards get reacquainted with each other. Goes to see the boys out there enjoying themselves. 2 very strong hit ups from the Vikings. Here we go. We talked about it just before the whistle. It's so important to just, that ball security is just so important.
And to give the Panthers this field position, it's probably what the Vikings weren't after. It'll be defensive run for them.
Hold the ball there, use the whole stick, Cully.
I must acknowledge the crowd. We've got a good crowd here in Ngati Toa Domain.
Yeah.
Everyone has come out. Those that love rugby league in Wellington.
There we go. This time it's Petone who swing on to attack down the left flank. They've gone wide out to the wing. Pushes off the first tackler, works it back into the middle. More direct this time for Tony. That's a great hit up. Turns around, loses the ball backwards, pounced on by one of the Vikings players. So Ariuwili it was who dropped that ball. Again, we've seen 2 early errors from both teams. Talked about it in the first half. It's just about completing those sets of 6, getting a good kick away. Very hard to build pressure if you're making errors like that. This is a much better set of 6 from the Vikings. They're working it towards the halfway now. Oh, there's another.
Great tackle, great tackle, great tackle.
Chest on tackle.
Boys, well done.
Pops the ball. Like you say, there's a few referees out there.
More passion on the sideline than on the field.
Yeah, the boys are they're putting in the effort, but not quite getting the reward.
Yeah, disappointing for the Vikings as they were coming out. It looked as if they were getting a good roll on down the middle of the field. But here we are with the Panthers on attack again. Ref wasn't happy with the put-in. Wow. Referee laying down the law. She's not happy with some of the back chat she's getting from the Vikings players.
Yeah. Fair enough too. I mean, she's not the one out there making the errors. And, they've just got to get their heads down and do the work.
One mark.
Just needed early on in the second half to just reacquaint the players with who's actually in charge out there. Done that, now it's Petone who looked to swing back onto attack.
Support each other.
Hitting it hard is number 8, Voyle. Valu, sorry. Here we go now, they're looking for, you get it out wide, that's a nice tackle. Continue to work it towards the right. They've got it out wide. There's the try. Just waiting for confirmation. Right out wide. That's going to be a difficult conversion there, but it is Petone early in the second half who extend their lead 14-8.
It's been an interesting 7 minutes for the second half. A lot of errors, but Petone able to convert that into points. Finally getting a structure together.
Yeah, Samuel, you look at what happened out there, and it was finally the team that held on to the ball for a set. Built some pressure, some field position, did Petone, and got the reward at the end. We talked about it during the half. It'll be the team that can do that that might come out the eventual winner.
Be great to see the replay. I reckon he gets this.
You reckon?
Yep.
It's a tough kick from this wide out.
Yeah, he'll get this.
We saw him warming up before the game, and he's definitely got the power to get it there.
Yeah, he's got a special calf protector on there.
Yeah. Nice effort. You weren't far off it. That's probably the best effort from out wide so far today. No problem with distance, but waved off.
As we see the Petone on attack, playing to the line, and that ball just missing the skip pass into the corner, giving them their 4 points. Petone leading 14, Porirua Vikings 8.
There we go. She's all on the Vikings to get themselves back in this game. It's a similar start to the first half where we saw Petone take advantage of a couple of errors and spring out to an early lead. Well, they've done it again in the second half. And it is really vital that Vikings be the next team to score. They don't want to get outside their 6-point buffer zone, do they?
No. No, they'll be looking for a good defensive set as Petone Panthers try and make their way down
Panthers
the field.
Got one of the big men hitting it up strong. Met with defense, continues to work it downfield. Good hit up. Bit of a spring in the step in the Petone forwards now as they work it downfield. Keeping it simple, 1 and 2 off the ruck.
Valu breaking tackles, able to do the offload.
There's a nice offload. This time it's out to the winger. Offloads in the tackle. An ankle tap probably saved a try there. Valu again, proving to be a handful, just as he was in the first half. There's some dancing and stepping. Looks like it's the halfback, Wgn Royal. Gone over.
Look, this came all from that Valu run. Just after halfway, able to collect the ball, was able to bump off a couple of tackles, get that offload, and then the rest of the team chimed in. And there he is again.
Yep. Manages to control it just, but it's the nice footwork by Royal.
Great start for the Panthers.
And we talked about the team that could complete sets and hold on to the last passes. So far, it's the Petone Panthers. Bit of soul searching to do to the Vikings to get back into it. You think about those 2 errors that they put in just down here early in the half. That's what's really cost them that momentum that Petone now have, is all stemmed from that.
And they've changed the kicker. A left footer.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's either side of the...
Yes.
Yep, for one lefty, one righty.
If he gets this over, the coach should be saying, score on the left-hand side.
Well, certainly we've seen both teams on attack.
Okay, score anywhere.
Both teams on attack have come down the right-hand side, but that's the first time we've seen a try scored over on the left.
As we see in the replay again, Valu, huge run there, picked up the bobbled ball, able to skip, able to step, and finally get those 4 points for the Panthers.
Oh, Petone Panthers back very strong. Start to the season so far now. They are 18 points to 8, 10-point margin. Biggest margin of the match so far.
Will we see another wake-up by the Vikings, as they did in the first half?
They did in the first half. That's absolutely right. It's just about completing the basics. At the moment, they just can't hold on to the ball, so they've got to get that right, get that sorted. Maybe start using their interchanges. There's a bit of movement on there at the moment.
Now the big run by the big man.
Yeah, they've gone back to a slightly more basic one off the ruck, hit it up, especially in their own zone. I think they've already recognised that their big men are eating metres in the attacking half. Yeah, Petone halfback out there looks very, very, very cool.
Another forward.
This time, there we go. He's got him behind him. He offloads. This is dangerous. It's Royal again, who's really bossing things out there. Off to Valu.
Referee's called a recount.
Can we get some wood?
Yep. Back to one now.
Look at the space.
No, then the offloads are beginning to come.
Swing it!
Oh, just overruns that one. Well picked up and recovered. Early in the tackle count.
Settle.
Nice run. Steps off the right. Tackles high. Petone it is who have taken the game by the scruff of the neck at the moment. Got the penalty. They're only 5 metres out.
All built on exactly this, their big men running straight.
Cooking something up out in the midfield here now. Oh, poor pass. First error was seen from them in about 7 or 8 minutes. Oh, nice. Shoulders here to get rid of the tackler. Does well to hold on. This time it's the Vikings who need to get out of their own red zone. Looking to swing it wide. Offload's coming. There's a more direct run. That'll serve them a bit better. Dummy half this time now. Now we'll see if the Vikings can complete a set out here. Doing well so far to work it away and some good defence. Got it out. This time they've got a man going down the right wing. Passes it inside. Dots it down behind the goal line. Great try by the Vikings. Well, there we go. Semi, the first time they held on to the ball for a full set, they go and score a try. It's a great comeback by the Vikings.
Great roll on up the field and getting the ball out wide to Roy Mayava, who was able to create some space, handing that ball back inside, scoring those 4 points.
Wonderful job by the Vikings to get themselves, just as Petone were threatening to move away. Yes, absolutely. Kick to come. Important that he gets this kick. Get it back to 4 points. A pretty handy position.
Great television. See that train?
Yeah, the suburban trains in Wellington, always on time, never cancelled. Does that sound sarcastic?
Look, the kicker at the moment will be trying to give his team as much time as possible to take a breather, have a think about how they will collect the kickoff and build on, that there was a fortuitous try.
Well, it was built off the back of a good set that they finally didn't drop the ball and managed to complete and do an excellent move down the right-hand flank. Good speed, but they've just stolen the momentum back from Petone. And there we go, that is missed by a country mile. 18-12, it's the Vikings fully back into it. Nice try. And that's just been the key to it, just holding on to the ball. Petone making sure they suck in some big ones now and take a minute or two to get to halfway.
Make sure, lads, stay behind your kicker. Time it.
And back underway we are, ladies and gentlemen. The kick goes all the way down to the goal line. Comfortably taken down out there. Offloads to the runner. Got it all the way back to the 20-metre line. There's a great run. Vikings all of a sudden looking like a different team. Got the big man going up the middle again. Stepping in the middle. Nice pass there. It keeps that momentum going. Vikings it is this time, sweeping back downfield. Petone struggling to haggle on this time. Works it straight back towards the goal line. Looks like a hint of a loss of control there. There's the kick, the pass, the counter-attack. Petone's turn, they've got to hold on to this one. Bit more of a spring and a step in the Vikings defence. Swings it wide now. Shows the dummy. There's a lifting tackle. We talked several times in the first half, Semi, about coach killers, and a tackle like that is one of those.
A lot of passion, a lot of energy, but just badly executed.
Now it's Petone's time to swing back on attack.
We've got to get in there.
Tap and go, tap and go. Step from the first receiver. They've been looking to set something up in midfield. See how we go. They've stacked it with big guys out there.
Yep.
Got the fullback in the half right behind the two big guys. Something's going to be cooking out there. Nice run. Momentum now. Petone have got it back. They swing right down to the line.
They'll be looking for Valu.
He's been the man, the go-to man in this part of the field so far.
No, they're kicking.
Going for the kick across field. Lovely take out there. Nura Rua Akavi out there.
Oh,
wonderful take. Straight away, we're seeing both teams, just those little errors that cost both teams early on in the game, just creeping back in.
just releasing that pressure.
Yep.
As the Vikings kick for clearance, I'm not quite sure if it's out. It didn't make it out.
It hasn't gone out this time, and it's a great take. Flying down the right flank, beats the tackle. And there we go, Petone hard on attack once again. Yeah, bumps off the defence. He's gone through like a wrecking ball, has the hooker.
That's pretty far.
Petone working back into the midfield
They
now.
got numbers. They
Got
did.
some numbers out here. Oh, he's got the momentum. Be hard to stop. Scores the try. They just got the mismatch out there. The big man on little man. And it's Petone that immediately strike back with a 4-pointer of their own.
As we see the big man being able to break the tackles, twists and turns and puts the ball down right in front of the referee. She sees it, calls the 4 points. This all came from a kick that didn't go out. A kick that didn't go out from the Vikings. They could have piggybacked off that, made their way down the field, but unfortunately we see the Vikings get another 4 points, extend that lead.
There we go. Petone now moving it out to 22-12. They've re-established that 10-point lead. Halfway through the second half. Could be significant.
Wonderful afternoon down at the grounds. Everyone's down with their chairs.
Bit of sun there. A lot of sun there.
We see in the background one of the teams of the second game warming up.
Looks like they're both red and white teams, but I'm going to say Tor based on what I can see from here.
Yep.
Warming up out there. Tor and St. George.
Which means St. George should be behind us on field number 2 warming up.
The next game, ladies and gentlemen, if it's as good as what we've just witnessed here in the first day of the season here at Wellington Rugby League Premier 1 competition, we're in for another treat.
Could be better.
Could be better.
Oh,
And beginning to pepper those posts, but not quite getting the rub. Unsuccessful conversion it is. 22-12, Petone leading the game. 22 minutes into the half. There's 18 minutes to go according to our clock. And according to the ground announcer.
He must have heard you.
Yeah.
Porirua, they've got blue shots. MMR and boosters. Booster shots.
Great to hear the announcer.
Also the fundraisers over there, fundraising for the Tag World Cup.
Get over there, ladies and gentlemen. Get them in ya. Flu season is upon us. This lovely sunny weather ain't going to last forever.
Delicious things over there. So if you're feeling a little bit peckish, like I say, go over and support them. Yeah, if you can, get some over here.
Right, about to get underway. The restart for the Vikings. Got some work to do now. Here we go. Familiar pattern. Big man hitting it up out there.
Oh, 3
Bumping
bumps,
off
4
tackles.
bumps.
Vikings just guilty of not putting the runner on the ground. Nice step this time. Works it to the half. Shakes off the tacklers. Bumps off another one.
Cully, give him a target, please. Give him a target, Cully. Pass it also.
Tackler did a nice job of just slowing that ruck down. Quick play the ball this time.
Go forward, bro.
Turnover. Scrum. Knock on. It's another little bit of an error out there. Yep. Interchange bench continues to work for both teams. You need it. Very warm out there. Some taxing conditions for these guys. Probably can't wait till it's 5 degrees out there and they can run around in the cold. This time it's the Vikings looking to get something going here. They feed it out to the wing. Tried to drag him over the line, they were unsuccessful. Vikings work it back to the middle of the field. And Vikings may be guilty of just trying to milk a few of those. Referee Winnetana's not having a bar of it. Loose carry is a loose carry.
They just can't get it going, the Vikings, at the moment.
Yeah, well, the couple of times that they have held on to the ball, they've managed to manufacture something out of it. Just can't do that at the moment. Keep handing over gifting easy possession to Petone, who continue to benefit from it. This time it's out wide. He punches through the midfield, gets the ball back on the inside. It's kicked downfield and regathered. He's going to go under the sticks. And a fine try for Petone to extend that lead once again. What a sweeping try downfield. Just punched through the Vikings midfield like it wasn't there.
Gavin Royal being able to collect that.
Great skill. He's having a fine game, Gavin Royal.
A mistake by the Vikings. Referee, scrum, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Petone seeing the opportunity, going down that left-hand side. They weren't able to get to that cover defense and the vision to kick. There was anyone behind. And boom, 4 points.
Yeah, it's great sweeping attack. Probably the most effective attack we've seen so far, and there have been some great tries scored in this game. None better than that one right there. Manufactured by the Petone team, finished off by Gavin Royal. Converts it this time, he adds the 2. There we go, you heard it from the ground announcer. Vikings a real uphill battle for themselves now. They have proved that they can score tries when they need to. 28-12.
We'll make sure we change that on the screen, 28-12. Vikings looking like they're having a meeting, a pre-meet.
Yeah, well, you know, they 40 minutes they were in this ball game, and even into the 50th minute they were still in it with their own try. So they've just let it slip away again this time. A telling break now by Petone, 28-12. This time it finds the grass, and there we go. It's Vikings who have regathered it. There we go. They haven't been down in this part of the field since they scored the try in the 12th minute. Need to hold on to the ball for the set. Working it very direct now, straight in towards the posts. Keeping it in the midfield. Now they look to go wide. They got the big man out there, heads towards the right-hand side of the uprights. There, pops the pass over. What's the call there? He's rolled into the in goal. Conference now between the... And the try is eventually awarded. That took an age.
Just like that, the Vikings reply with a wonderful try in the corner. Smiles all round.
It took an absolute age to call that try, but 4 points it is. Just what the Vikings need to stay in touch if they can. And Simi, they've just proven if they can hold on to the ball, they can score tries.
At the right side of the field.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's the danger with the Vikings when you play them. To have the score lead at the moment, I think for Petone, I wouldn't say they're comfortable. I would say they'll be able to defend it. The Vikings are able to score quite quickly, and they've proven in previous seasons, as we've seen, that they can just get across the line.
Their inability to convert these tries is now beginning to cost them as well. It was pretty handy, that last conversion. Possibly should have had a better effort on that one, but this time it's right out on the touchline. But these extras, these 2 points, it's what they need. Just keep them in touch. It's 12 points, the difference at the moment, as the Porirua Vikings look to close this gap between them and the Petone Panthers. Eyes it up.
Eyes it up.
Yep. Probably practiced this routine 100 times. Looks like a better strike. It's coming around. Didn't have the legs in the end. So the score is 28 Petone, 16 Porirua, as we head back to the half to get underway once again. Time going pretty fast in this half. There's only 9 minutes to go. If you see the replay, it's a nice little pop pass. Well taken out there. Did well to dot it down on the grass before he went into touch, actually.
Kicking practice could be something this week.
Yeah, yep, he'll be off the tee. He'll be out down the other end of the field on his own. While the other boys learn how to pass and catch. Great fight back from the Vikings so far. They're going to need 2 more tries in 10 minutes or 9 minutes. They're going to get themselves out of the fire. Yeah, called backwards. Nicely brought back by the Vikings up to the 20. This time it's the marker who's not square. Penalty to the Vikings. The momentum has shifted. Make sure that one gets to the touchline. It's a wobbly old kick. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. One of the interchange players just ran into our microphone. Vikings working it back towards halfway. He's been left to run for an age, and he gets it back into the half. This time it's Vikings who swing on to attack. Nice step and pass. Fends him off. Beats the player. Heads towards the post. There we go. You talked about it, Semi. They can score points quickly. And this time it's right underneath the sticks.
just like that, with 8 minutes left in the game, the Vikings come to the edges, they find the speed, they find where the gaps are, and suddenly they're scoring tries.
Yeah, suddenly they are scoring tries, and let's hope the time's not going to run out before this comeback brings them all the way around. But at 20-28,
with 2 to come.
With 2 to come. Well, we'll put that one in the book now, shall we?
Well, if you can't get it from there, can't get it from anywhere.
yeah. Wonderful fight back, just waiting for the tee.
He's got the tee. I'm not quite sure why we're taking quite a laboured time to get this kick over.
Yeah, because that clock is still running.
Exactly.
He's probably just been reminded of that now. There's still time here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to get it back to a 6-point margin. So, Sammy, you got the crystal ball out and called it. You said they could score points quickly. That's exactly what they've done. What they needed to do to get themselves back into this game. We go into the last 5 minutes. Anything can happen now. There's a fine replay of a great run by the winger. Norua Kavi. What a great run. Beats multiple tacklers to go around, unopposed underneath the sticks.
And a celebration.
Oof. It's almost like there's a force field around the black dot over the middle. He's right out in front. 22-28 now. Porirua fully back into this ball game. Rugby League in the sun, Ngati Toa domain, and we're back underway. Porirua doing what they couldn't do early in the half. They're holding on to the ball. Don't want to shake the bones at them, but that's a great hit up from the prop. Grinds it up towards the 10-metre line. They head towards the left-hand touchline again. Another good hit up as they head towards halfway.
Prop wants another run.
Passes it on this time. Gone out. Tackle is beaten out there, and they're gone wide once again. This time down the right-hand touchline. Steps inside, still going. Brings it inside the 20, beats another tackler. Quick play the ball. No markers there. He's offside. He's offside too. Great work by the Vikings. They've earned themselves a penalty right on the 20-metre mark out front of the sticks. Tap and go. Using the big guys who have got their tails up now. There's that nice little offload. He's going in towards the posts. And again, dotted it down underneath the posts. Well, the kick to come, ladies and gentlemen, as Cattle lock it up. 26-28, kick to come.
It's exactly what you didn't want as Petone. To have such a big lead and for the Vikings to come in. What's that, 3 tries?
Yeah,
3 tries
in succession, probably about the last 7 or 8 minutes. And scored the points very quickly.
And if you were the Vikings coach, would you be annoyed that it's taken this long?
Well,
or relieved?
Yeah, I was going to say there'd be a bit of both, and I suppose what led to the big deficit in the first place needs to be talked about by the coach, but that'll be a debrief on probably Tuesday night when they have their first training after this game.
A fantastic recovery by the Porirua Vikings to remind the competition that they are here.
Well, there we go. And the 2 points is scored. Locks the ball game up. There's 2.5 minutes to go.
28-28.
Porirua Vikings are going to receive the kickoff, so they're going to get another opportunity to move it downfield.
A lot of instructions going out to the field from the coaches.
It might be just time for a set of 6.
Leo, let's go. Stay up, John.
2 minute clock has ticked over. It's Petone that are looking like the more fatigued side now. Just couldn't.
It's a short kick off.
Gone high and short. Nice takeout there. They need to move it quick. Head downfield, gets it back towards the middle. The old hip toss tackle there. Tackled play a little bit the worse for wear. Gives it off to one of the big men. They've got fine service out of their big man from about the 20th minute onwards. They've been very hard to stop. Up through the middle of the field. Sweeping it wide again this time. This is where they've got it. There's the speed. Heading down the left-hand flank. Past it infield. And it's the Vikings who score under the dot, under the posts again. What a comeback. What a game this early in the season.
Another try there to the Porirua Vikings. Number 25, Petone.
Coming back to that left edge where they've scored a previous try.
Yeah.
It's exactly where they need to go throughout the game. They saved it for the last 4 minutes of the game.
Rua Tupo, it was who went down and scored under the black dot. Great work by the Vikings. They really are showing some speed out wide. Platform being built by those big men in the middle, getting them out of their half.
Oh, swung it out wide, left edge, straight down the sideline, under the goalpost.
Oh, here we go. Now it's Petone. Well, they're not going to get any time to do it. The clock has halted. But it's only showing seconds to go. They're only going to get time to kick it off, if that. Official timekeeper's got the hooter in his hand there, but we haven't seen any sign of the end yet, but it must be very, very close. Would cap a remarkable comeback by the Porirua Vikings. Kick to come. Right out front. 32-28 becomes 34-28.
With a successful conversion. That now takes the score to
It's been an up and down game. Don't mean to be cliche, but the Vikings left their run.
Yeah. There goes the hooter.
There goes the hooter, if that's what you can call a hooter.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. She's all over, and that caps off a remarkable comeback by the Porirua Vikings over the Petone Panthers. For all the world, they look like the team to beat. But in the end, it was the Vikings. Too good on attack.
Way too good on attack, leaving their run right till the end with those 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Give it to the Panthers. A wonderful game by the team based in the wonderful city of Petone to come out here and play as they did. They have new players that are in the mix with their squad. The Vikings getting away with their win, but again, the coach will be happy.
Yeah, very happy. What a great comeback from the Vikings. There we go. There's the next game. Don't go anywhere after this one, ladies and gentlemen. St. George versus Tour. That's due to kick off at very shortly, in fact, 2:30. So both of those teams will be ready to go. We can already see the officials for that game waiting to come out down the tunnel. So we will be ready to go very shortly. I'll just give a final word to Semi. If Wellington Rugby League is going to put on a show like that every weekend, there's going to be much to look forward to.
Look, we have to shout out to everyone, all the rugby league fans out there. If you haven't been to training, get to training. We know that there are clubs out there that are waiting for their players to arrive. If you want to give rugby league a go, give it a go, because what you've seen this afternoon is what we deliver. It's been awesome. It's been awesome to watch both Petone and the Vikings fight it out in front of the community. Man, it has been good. You've enjoyed this game?
I've absolutely enjoyed it, and we're going to leave it right there for you, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to go away and get ready and take a breath for the next game, which will be due up in about 5 minutes' time, so we'll see you then. Thank you very much.
From the Vikings trying to whip their way out, and the Panthers
There's a nice show and go. He's showing a great. Petone hard on attack. Crossfield kick this time. Pretty hard there. There's a... And he stepped the defense. Boom! Get the big shoulder.
And the Panthers just rolled up there quite easily.
They work their way into the Vikings 20. This time the ball's been lost. No whistle, he's away.
He's got him.
Right out under the sticks now. They look to go wide. 1-on-1 here at the line. He's over.
Yeah, it looks like a try.
We're just going to check.
Check with the touchy. Oh, she's going to give it.
Try awarded. Here it goes, on its way. He's pulled it across the face of the goalpost. There's another good hit up. Credence Ramika this time. Looks to try and drive over. Loses the ball forward. At the moment, sometimes a rush of blood. Oh, there we go.
Over. It looks like, it's a knock.
He's got talked about the Panthers, especially in the first 5 or 6 minutes. They look like the team that you're right, that was going to march. This time they're flying all over the attacker there. Tony looks like going wide this time. Nice take. Got the overlap. Something building here for the Vikings. They look to go right again.
He's in.
He's in. We'll just wait for confirmation of that from the ref. There it is. I've done some good. There's the big man. Try scorer from the a nice hit up. And over they go. Lines up the kick. It's on its way. There we go. We're underway again in the second 40 of this game. Big kickoff from Petone. Now they're the team going from left to right, and it's a big hit up. Goes to see the boys out there enjoying themselves. 2 very strong hit ups from the Vikings. Here we go. We talk. Continue to work it towards the right. They've got it out wide. There's the try. There's a nice offload. This time it's out to the winger. Offloads in the tackle. An ankle tap problem. Balu again, proving to be a handful, just as he was in the first half. There's some dancing. And certainly, we've seen both teams on attack.
Okay, score anywhere.
This time they've got him inside. Dots it down behind the goal line. Good speed, but they've just stolen the momentum back from Petone. The runner. Got it all cross field. Oh, he got the momentum. Be hard to stop. Field Henry, get it. You're going to go under the sticks. None better than that one right there. Manufactured by the... Yeah, pops the pass over. Times. Looks like a better strike. It's coming around. Didn't have the legs in the end. Nice step and pass. Fends him off. Beats the player. Heads towards the post. There we go. You talked about it, Semi. They can score points quickly. And this time it's right underneath the sticks. So, Semi, you got the crystal ball out and called it. You said they could score points quickly. Left-hand touchline again. Another good hit up as they head towards... There's that nice little offload. He's going in towards the post. And again, dotted it down underneath. And the 2 points. Left-hand flank. Passed it infield. And it's the Vikings in front. 32-28 becomes 34-28. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful afternoon it has been here out at the Ngati Domain, where we've just seen an action-packed kickoff to the season here in Wellington. Premier 1 Wellington Rugby League season, where we saw the Vikings take on the Panthers from Petone and eventually come out the winners. Second game now is about to get underway very shortly, and that'll be St. George taking on Tor. St. George starting left to right in their white with the red V, and of course Tor in the all-red uniform with the white V. So there we go, both teams in red and white, and that's underway as we bring you the start of this game now. And staying with me after the excitement of the last game, Semi Kuresa. We're looking for more of the same, Semi.
Man, those guys would have been standing on the sidelines thinking, I can't wait to get out onto their field. They're there now. They will be wanting to put in a massive performance in this second main game.
Absolutely. We saw a very quick turnaround of this ball game as both teams were ready to go. And it is St. George trying to work it out of their own half with Tor. D'ing it up now. They head towards the halfway this time. And it stays a very beautiful day here at Ngati Domain. 21 degrees, hardly a breath of wind, which is unusual for the domain as we're right on the harbour. 10-metre line. There's the kick. It's into empty space this time. Fullback tidies that up nicely. Tor's turn it is to swing back onto attack. They've got to work the ball out from their own 20-metre line. As we see a gang tackle out there by St. George. 3 in the tackle. This time it's out to the first receiver. Hits it up hard. Short pass this time. One off the ruck stuff. It's the 4th tackle. There we go. We'll just, as they look to get the kick away, there it is. Taken out there by the fullback. He heads towards the touchdown. There we go. St. George line up. The backs. Tawhiti, Lynn Masters, Taufale, Petersilio, Poko, Noah Saila. Can't read that other one. The writing's too small. More Taha in the backs. Tavita Metcalf, Aroi Panapa, Moa Faunua, Simi Fa'a Asi, and Ula in the forwards for St. George. And it's St. George. They swing on to attack. Yeah, in the back line there, we got the Tor line up on your screen there. The halves combination of Rutini and Akavi. There we go in the forwards. You've got the hooker out there, Fafita. The 2 props, Ozeki and Faraimo. And a good-looking back row out there as well for Tor.
Play the ball here. That was fine. Down here, boys. Tor, play the ball over here. You guys back over here.
There we go. Helter-skelter start to the game. Semi, we didn't get time to take a breath after the excitement of the last game.
Good. Good. That's what Wellington Rugby League is about.
Yep.
Momentum. As Tor look to get out of their red zone.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a similar equation to the first game, where the 2 teams will be looking to keep the errors out of it, complete their sets, and just see what each other's got to offer, seeing it's the first time they've seen each other.
Let him go. That's free. Lay on.
From the first game of the season, I think Cass mentioned there was a limited build-up this season, not too many pre-season games.
Back here. 10. Yeah. That's 4.
There's the offload. There's the kick. Charge down.
Knock on there. What's off your place? Yeah. Knock on over there.
Everyone's saying it's a charge down. He's saying it's a knock on.
That's 4.
Replay will show here.
There's the offload. There's it.
He played at it.
Definitely went to play at it.
That's it, no pushing. Just a middle hook.
There's the restart. Tor with the feed. Picked up off the back of the scrum. Out to the midfield. Nice strong carry out there.
Let him up, that's one.
Some good yardage by Tor. As it a quick play the ball going down the right-hand side. And,
There's the first error. It's St. George to pick it up.
Let him go now. Recount, back here, back here. All right, no.
Gone straight into the recount.
There, 11. 11, you're offside. You'll be calling out. Get back.
Immediately back it up. They're offside this time. St. George get to relieve the pressure. Put some of their own on there. Here we go. It's kicked down in between, midway between the 10-metre line and the 20.
On the line here, boys. Wait for the tap.
In Tor's territory.
Wait.
St. George now with an ideal attacking opportunity. Nice hit up.
Move now. 9. Back here on me, boys. Keep coming. 8. 4. You're on.
There's another good hit up by the other prop.
Still running. Still running.
More Whanua. Still going. Stayed on his feet.
Release now. Let him up. There's tackle 2. On the line. Go.
Dummy runner there. Dummy runners everywhere. Show and go from the loose forward.
It's free.
Over the line. Gets pushed backwards. Nice defence.
On the line. Hold. That's 4.
Out wide. Defence holds. He looks to get it back. It's pounced on by Tor. They got position back.
No knock on there, boys. No knock on. Drop out over here.
Tackled over the line eventually, and it's Tor that'll have the drop out underneath the posts. Oh, she's been a fast start to the game. Both teams have made errors. It's St. George that have had more of the early territory.
Yep, that's gone 10.
There's the drop goal. They just drop out, has only just gone 10.
Let him up. Over here, boys. On me. Yep, you're on.
Yeah, this time it's the big number 8 for St. George.
That's 2.
Straight back to the loose forward. Ula. Carries it up hard towards the post. This time it goes out wide. Here we go. Gets the offload. And he's going to go over. Out wide on the left-hand side of St. George. That opened the scoring 4-0. Semi-great play by St. George to build the pressure on that one and eventually score the try out wide.
They had options. They were showing the defence different pitches. Forwards getting in the middle and then finally getting it out wide. I did think they may have bombed that try just at the end there, but they were able to connect the winger, and it was a free lane to the try line.
Got the offload in, and eventually it was unopposed out there on the left-hand side. Southern end of the ground. Another one of these sideline conversions. We've seen a few attempts at these today. Is this going to be the first one that makes it over the sticks?
Nu'uausala. Seth is our try scorer.
Ready to go this time.
I must say the setups look good.
They do.
The setups all look good.
Well coached out there. Now we're going to just do the execution. There's the kick. Giving it a good nudge. It comes off the upright, right in the centre of the upright. That's as close as we've seen one come to going over today. 4-0. St. George over Tor. The 9-minute mark. Tor going to get us under a weight. Couple of errors have just gifted St. George some territory and some pressure, resulting in that try. Nice play by them out wide. The kickoff out to the touchline. St. George work it back. There's a nice tackle. This time it goes too wide of the ruck. They work it way back towards midfield. Comes back towards the touchline. Still going. It's a nice hit up. Gives it to the big guys. Number 10 prop out there. Ozeki. Brings it back up to halfway. Oh, there's a nice step. He's passed it out. They're going down hard down the touchline. There's a great set of wheels. Speed to burn out there on the left-hand side, and the try is scored. St. George break us out to an early lead. 8-0 over Tor.
Straight down that left-hand side. It's a bang-bang from St. George. Testing the edges of Tor. Weren't able to take them down into those tackles. We'll see how the day will proceed down that left-hand lane.
Both teams are based here in the Porirua Basin. St. George making their home at Cannons Creek these days. Would that be right, Simi?
Yep. Absolutely. You played league in Porirua back in the day?
Yeah, many years ago.
Many years ago.
Not too many guys out
What club
there
did you play for?
that. The Marlins.
The Marlins.
And any Marlins ex-players out there? Yes, I played for the Marlins.
And what position?
Second row.
Second row.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the foray into the front row, of course, before I exited the game.
Similar to his last kick.
Exactly the same description as your last kick. He's standing by the same bar leaner. So he's already had a practice. It was a great effort. He needs about a half a metre more. Waved away. There we go. St. George enjoy an early 8-0 lead over Tor.
Back in those days, you'd never think the league would be played down here.
Oh, well, they had the Parramatta Raiders out this way, but they were up the road a little bit back in those days.
They were okay, weren't they?
Yeah, they ended up being better than okay for a while. They were a threat to anybody who played them for a while there. There you go. Nice work it back by St. George as we get underway in this one. And St. George have made a great start to this to this game of rugby league. Just out of the summer sports. I can't get away from the vernaculars.
It's absolutely fine. And you're not wrong. They are. Kennedy definitely has racked his team up enough that straight down the middle, boys. Keep it simple.
Yeah, well, the exit strategy is nice and simple, but they look at getting a bit more flamboyant in the other half, and it's working out so far as they will continue to work their way towards that left-hand side that's been so productive for them. They're now inside the half of Ngati Tor. This time they're coming back towards the centre of the park. Just putting it through the hands. Again, it's an inside offload. Gets them going. As they head down towards the 20-metre line, and there's a recount there, I think. Although that might have been one of the sideline refs I heard shouting recount there.
An unfortunate knock-on. As we hear someone starting your bike.
Yeah, with a gun on my motorbike.
We did ask you to move that an hour ago.
On the line there, boys. That's it, no pushing. No pushing, boys. Wait. Put your head in, bro. Heads in. Just the middle, again, hook.
Right, head and feed the tour.
Ball in. Fight! Play on.
Oh, straight down and up, not held.
Down here. Move now, 12. Let him go.
Tour finally gets some possession. They're going to treasure it now.
Down here. Move now, together. Back here, Rob. Keep coming. Go. That's 2. Down here. 5. Let him go.
Again, they're just keeping it simple as they want off. Oh, there's a little bit of a bobble there.
Thank you, Phil. Lost it there, boys. Scrum over here, boys.
Was it the half? No, it was.
No, it was the play the ball.
The play the ball, yep. Just one of those little errors, just as Ngati Toa were just threatening to get out of the half. Gives St. George some
Field position.
field position and possession. Right on halfway, just inside halfway. They're underway again this time. It goes out to the backs. They put it through the hands.
Back on there. Let him up now. Move. Back here, boys. That's one. Go.
This time it's a short pass. Nice hit up there.
Up here, boys. Let him go. Release. No, his hand's done. That's 2.
Oh, nice inside pass. Good tackling.
Tackle there. Stand now. Move. Let him go. Back here, boys. Keep coming, 12. Play the ball. That's 3.
Just the early tackles is just quite simple. That's better defense from Ngati Toa this time, though. This is where they're going to have to watch it.
That's 4 now.
This time they're coming to the right-hand side.
Play on.
Oh, there we go. Back into the hand. One pass. There we go. That's right out on their left-hand side again. The try for St. George.
Good try down the far side there. Second meet try for
Seth Nuosola.
Try number
Scores
2.
the try. His second one. And if they keep taking out to that left side of the park, it might not be his last one either.
Though the kicker would like him to score closer to the, closer to the sticks.
uprights. Yeah.
Look, St. George have really come out in the first 20 minutes of this game, 22 minutes of this game, and really put their stamp on how they want to play.
Yeah, well, it's quite a simple game plan. I mean, hitting it up hard in the first 3 or 4 tackles and then spinning it out wide. At the moment, it's Ngati Toa who just cannot tackle stop the out wide runners from breaking through the tackles.
But we can't underestimate Toa and the talent that they have. Now, kicking time.
Yeah.
New kicker? No.
Well, he actually has done okay. I mean, I know he hasn't slotted them over, and they're very difficult kicks, but he's done it all but kick it over as he landed one on the
crossbar.
On the crossbar, yep. I was going to say black dot. This one's looking just off to the left again. He's striking it very well. 12-0, St. George over Toa.
There you go. The kick is unsuccessful. That now takes the score. St. George Dragons 12.
Toa similar to Vikings early in their first half, just guilty of coughing up the
I
position.
was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, are we going to see a resurgence?
A resurgence, yeah. Before they started launching and scoring tries of their own, they kept in touch.
Yep.
For about 50 minutes of the ball game, and then went behind and then launched in the last 12 minutes. This time it's kicked out to the right-hand touchline as Toa look at it. Again, we see that one off the ruck. They're getting great meters and great service out of their props. The big men are just taking it up through the middle. Getting those meters. Nice step.
Down here, let him up now.
This time it's the second rower.
Go free there. Back here, 11. Yep. Let's down forward, stay there.
There's a double pump fake.
Forward there, boys.
Getting into the dangerous part of the field. They sweep it into the
Lay on.
Tor half. There's the offload. Tacklers are left behind.
Lay on. Down there, move now. Final now.
Good work.
Let him go.
Final now.
That's final. Nothing late.
Oh,
He's kicked it straight across field. Oh, and the winger out there has done a great job.
my goodness, what a try!
Couldn't hold on to him.
That's 3.
Shaking off 3 tacklers.
Seth.
There you go. Another try down the far side.
Is that Nuuasola? His 3rd try. He's got a hat trick already.
Full course meal. There's the third try.
20 minutes into the ball game.
Seth. Nuuasola.
Definitely work to do the
It was a horrible kick.
Tor flank. Yeah, it was a horrible kick, but
It was a horrible kick. He collected it, was able to get out of a few tackles, and that speed off the mark.
yeah, he's got electric speed off the mark, all right. And at the moment, Tor just unable to deal with it. Oh, he tried to pinch a couple of metres. He's going to head back towards the touchline. Nice work. The way he's had to kick this one from the touchline, this one will end up in the harbour, won't it? It's a lot closer.
Look, this will be easy.
Plenty of exercise and practice from the left-hand side of the field. Chips it. Through the posts it goes. St. George leading the ball game by the lead. 14 to 0.
And 3 tries to this man, Seth.
4-0 at the moment.
All within 20 minutes.
Become a recognisable face out there as he continues to dot it down over the try line. And if Tor continue to allow that left flank of St. George's to leak out there, then we may not have seen the last of him.
Looking at the blue sky, cloud getting a bit cloudy.
It is the first sign of the weather slowly changing. I don't think it's going to impact today, however. It'll stay away as long as it needs to, I think. There's the restart by Tor. Taken out there, nice step again. Yeah, they've got some guys out there that are just breaking tackles at will. And then they back it up with some strong carries up through the middle. It's a game plan that's been very effective for them so far. Here's another one, straight off the interchange bench. Nash Kemp, that was. St. George again take it into the half of Tor. Continue to play mistake-free football, and this is what it's all about. He's just chipped it into the end goal. It's got to stand up. And it goes dead in goal. That's probably the first waste of possession we've seen from Tor. Possibly a little bit of rush of blood there. Just guilty of trying too much. This time it's Tor. In possession, they'll be looking to work it into the St. George half. Something they haven't been able to do. .10-metre line in Tor's territory. But a little bit static going across field. Easy pickings for the St. George defence. There's a little offload. Again, it's tidied up. Now, this time it's St. George inside the 10 metres. And it's taken 25 minutes for them to make an error.
2 errors in a row.
And finally we see Tor get into the half through Wani Akavi, the number 7, kicks it into further deeper into territory. They're going to get it just outside the 20-metre mark. Here's the restart back underway. Taking it wide into the middle of the park. This time they're going out, swinging the ball through the hands again. Again, just a bit guilty of going sideways. Either side of the ruck, the ball goes this time now. Again, nicely tidied up by the St. George defence, but they're working their way downfield. This is the best position they've had since the beginning of the ball, since the beginning of the game. Ooh. Nice tackle. Wgn, that was, just nailed the carrier on that account. And that'd be a disappointing finish. As we see, actually the short pass was on there. That player was in the gap. But the pass goes all the way over the top into touch. It's St. George that get to work it back out of their own territory, out of their red zone, and it starts off with a nice run. By the fullback. The captain, Vaitongi, brings it back this time. It's Wgn, works it up towards the half. Sorry about that, wrong players, wrong team. This time, what a good kick, he needs the bounce, and he gets it, and it's that man once again, Nuasala.
Four tries by the young man. There he is. Points it out to everyone. That's 4 guys. One more is a high five.
Well, Semi, I don't know what's going to happen by the end of this game, but just look how quick he pounces on that. He is just unstoppable out there for speed.
But again, that vision to see no one there, and him, both him and his 7 knowing exactly what they were up to. 4 tries.
Gate work between Moata and Nuasala. They just seem to be able to read each other's minds out there and know what each other's going to be doing.
Don't know if the kicker's enjoying all of these tries, though.
Yeah, oh, he's got one now. He's on a roll. 1 in a row.
$18-0 down here at Ngati Toa Domain.
Still a beautiful day as
Wonderful
we just get
day.
some high cloud.
We've seen trains go past.
Drifting over.
The crowd has built quite nicely.
I'll tell you what else is parked down here, about 1 million boat trailers. So there's a lot of people out there getting some fishing in before the weather turns a bit nasty. This guy. There we go. They watch this one all the way over the black dot. 20 points to 0.
And there you go. The conversion was successful.
He's on a roll, 2 in a row.
Is it too early to call man of the match?
I'd say yes, unless the final score is 21-20 to Tor. We saw, of course, Vikings have a wonderful comeback while she's all on tour at the moment. 20-0, 10 minutes still to go in the first half. I've got to come up with an answer to Noa Salo at the moment.
Which one?
Wow.
They sound like two people.
Yeah.
Here we go, St. George.
There he goes. He got the ball in hand again. Nice. Again, it's for the interchange. Man, Jesse Brown this time works it up. Fast there. Brings it up to the 10-metre line. This time they go through the hands.
Oh,
Comes out. What an offload. Does that in traffic. They work their way over the halfway line again. Oh, there we go, the error. Couple of errors just beginning to creep in on St. George, as probably just starting to show a little bit of fatigue.
I mean, I know it's not NRL, but the pace has been pretty fast.
Been pretty fast, all right. Most of that speed coming out on the left flank for St. George, in the form of Seth Nuasala. Really has been a human highlight reel out there. It's Tor that worked their way into St. George's half and now beginning to get a little bit of territory of their own. And there's a nice dummy by the half. Hands it off. And what would a try do for the morale right now as they work it deep into territory into St. George territory? And there's the runner just guilty of overrunning that. Took it off the shoulder. St. George cleaned it up. Look to work it out. Both teams just a few niggly errors out there now. Working it away this time. It's only the third tackle. He offloads in traffic again. The offload count really beginning to get up there. Here we go. There's an early kick. Deep into Tor's territory. Nicely taken out there by the fullback, Naira. Works away. It's in the 10-metre line now. And loose carry again. Just the arm came in from behind and pushed the ball out. No, there's only 7 minutes to go. Semi, I mean, you'd have to say St. George had probably 20-minute period in that game that you kind of dream of having.
Absolutely. We actually thought that run by the fullback.
Yeah.
Just so unfortunate he wasn't able to hold on to that ball.
He did all the hard work to get it towards the half.
And St. George look as if deep in attack on the right part of the field. And there's 7. Let's look for their 7.
Yeah, well, he seems to be able to set up the winger out wide.
More uptime.
Oh, nice run. And
here
there
he comes again.
No,
Is this 5?
again. He's
Is
got
this
too
5?
much pace. He's blitzed them. And can you say 5?
5 tries by this young man in the first half.
Seth Nuasala. He's a try machine. He's going to win the try scoring for the season in one game.
One more try and he shouts the team.
Yeah. It's one of those unfair rules like they have in golf. If you get a hole in one, costs you a couple of $100 to shout the whole bar a drink.
As you can, look, the kicker's even yelling at him. Why?
Yeah. Why you keep scoring?
Why do you keep scoring? Get under the sticks, man. Yeah, definitely having a bit of a dialogue there.
Yeah, he's 2 from 5.
Yeah,
he's in from the touchline this time, so you'd have to say that he's had plenty of practice. Steers this one down. It's good to see that he's enjoying the game as well, but what's not to enjoy? They're already 24-0 up. Steers it wide. It stays at 24, I think it is. Two converted tries to go with the 5 scored by this man, number 5, Seth Nuasala. He just shows a clean pair of heels any time he's been given in space.
He scores the number on his jersey.
Yeah.
Now for Tor, this is going to be quite an interesting last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Defensively, they just got to keep them out.
They've got to find a way to stem the flow, because that could get quite scary by the end of the game. Where this could be, there we go. Starts with a nice kick. St. George have always managed to carry a lot of metres out of their own red zone. There's the start. Takes 3 tacklers to put down the number 14 out there.
Slowly tracking up the field.
Here they go, back into business. They head towards the 10-metre mark in St. George territory. St. George in possession. Working it towards the middle of the field. This is the area of the field they like to be. This time it's Tor who see out the set. There's a nice take on the kick. They look to go wide themselves. It's a nice tackle out there. There we go, Nuasala showing that he's just as good on defence. That was an important tackle. St. George using the interchange well. Their big men, they haven't looked tired yet, and they've managed to get them on and off. Give them the rest they need. Yeah, the touchy comes down. That despite the effort of the spectator down there, that ball did go into touch down by the 20-metre line. Just outside the 20-metre line. So close to a 40-20. We haven't seen one of those today. Steps inside. PJ, Lynn Masters it is. Gets them going, heading downfield again. Nice run by Gien. Their forwards are taking it downfield. This time it's the fullback doing some work for the forwards. Oh, there we go. The dropped ball. Starts off with 0 now. Tor finally getting some possession. What a great tackle. Coming up against some defence that's just as effective as their offence. Nice run this time. They're working themselves into a good position here, finally, for Tor. Points on the board before the half-time comes along was absolutely essential for them. Oh, there's that man, and he gets taken down. Nuasala, what a take. He just diffuses that one. with a copybook take. Oh, there's a nice run. Heads towards that flank. This time he's got
the winger from the other side.
From the other
he's
side.
Come looking for a try.
He's come looking for a try. Oh, and there they go. If it happens, what a try. He'll be willing this one to go under the posts. And yes, indeed, that's what happens. Scores just to the left of the upright. And there we go, St. George showing us that they can turn their defence into attack.
There was another try down their far side. The number 1.
Wow, what a counter-attack. Just brilliant through the hands. Just kept getting players in support. Always there, always trusting each other, always on the shoulder.
Yeah. Tor definitely have to start making their tackles. They need to make their first up tackles. Too many tackles are getting bumped off, allowing for that offload.
Absolutely.
In order for them to be able to continue that play. So for Tor, their coach will be saying, make those hits, get them on the ground.
Well, they got 2 or 3 sets, and I thought, they were just starting to work their way into their own position, but they were kept meeting equally good defence. The St. George team been very impressive so far today.
32-0.
Kick to come. He won't know what to do.
This is new. The side eye.
Here we go. He'll be aiming at the left-hand touch rope. Sliding it past. Nails it. There we go. Half-time it is. And it is St. George. One-way traffic, 34-0 over Tor. We're going to go away and take a break. We'll talk about the game when we come back just before half-time.
4-0 at the moment.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Ngati Tour Domain for the first day of the Wellington Rugby League Premier 1 competition. And it is Ngati Tour taking on the rampant St. George. Absolutely rampant. They've scored 32 unanswered points in the first half. 5 of those tries to their winger, Nua Sala. But I know he's been the finisher, Semi, but they've built some pretty good phases to get him where he was.
This is a hard pack for Tor to deal with. It's a big pack.
Yeah.
And so for Tor, they really need to just bite down on their mouth guards and take this team up front. That's where the results for them are going to come, and slow them down.
Yeah.
You know, in that space. Seth has been amazing. He's been the highlight of the first half. 5 tries for the young man. And there he is. I mean, watching some of these replays, that was his first. Number 1. I'm surprised he didn't score that one. But as the half went on, they constantly went out to him. The kid's from Counties Manukau. He's been out at Wainui for the last 2 years.
Oh, yep.
But this year, he's come out to St. George. He lives in Porirua. And what a tremendous 40 minutes this kid has had.
Which is speed to burn.
He's chased everything.
But, I mean, we talked about, you know, him being set up, and there's a perfect example of it. Eli Moata, the number 7, putting in a perfect kick for him to run onto. That time it was an offload. They're just setting him up nicely out there, giving him the opportunity to run one-on-one against his defenders, and he's just blitzing them.
And here's the last try of the half.
Yeah, not the guy with the headgear on.
No, but I think, thinking back, that was the fullback that made the run to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, it's 0-0 for any coach.
That's right.
That is just
start again.
Yep. For any coach that's told his team to get
probably
out there.
a similar conversation when they went. Was it 16 points, 14 points down the Vikings? They probably had a similar conversation about starting at 0, coming back, you know, completing their sets. Well, Tor just need to do that, but you're right, they need to make their tackles. If they can't do that, then it's just going to be one-way traffic again in the second half.
They got to put them on the ground. They got to get them on their backs, slow that pack down.
Yeah. Yeah, their big men are giving them yards out of their own territory.
Nope. The officials are waiting on his colleague.
Here we go. We're just about ready to go again here in the second 40 of this game here on day 1. St. George get us underway again. Going from the southern end of the ground this time, right to left as you look at it there. 34-0 they lead over Tor. It's a huge mountain for Tor to climb. One job at a time though, and the first job will be to complete this opening set of 6. Work it into the midfield, start heading up towards the 10-metre line there.
Tackle there, 17, move! That's 4.
Here we go, up to halfway. That has been the other impressive thing when they've been asked to do it. St. George's defence has been excellent.
Final there, boys!
That one's let to bounce. Anyone's ball. St. George to tidy it up in a handy position for them. This time, nice tackle.
Nothing wrong there, nothing there. That's 2 there.
Michael
Well
Willis
done.
was.
Back here, boys, on me. That's 3.
This is where it starts for them. They're at halfway now, St. George.
Tackle 4.
St. George is putting them under pressure.
That's all you can see. They're trying to slow it down. Start flirting with holding them down too long.
Have to.
Yeah, any way you can, you know, as long as the ref lets them get away with it. This time it bounces. This time it's handed back. Looks like a hint of a knock on there.
They headed back, but you knocked it off.
St. George are going to get the possession here. About halfway between their 10-metre line, Tor's 10-metre line and their 22. This is green light in this position for St. George.
Heads in, boys, Summer, heads in. Ball! Quick!
Here we go, straight away they work it to the left-hand side.
Take on it! Move now, no more, send it, move! Hold there, that's one. He's coming! He's all right, put down there, stand down, Sam!
Nice run.
There's two, go.
Works it back towards the posts. They're in towards 5 metres from the line.
That's free. Out there! Move now,
Right on the try line now.
on the line.
Oh, here we go.
Sippy.
Stripped out this time.
What do you want to do? Bob?
So the ref has awarded the penalty to St. George.
Okay. On the line here, stripping, boys. Yeah, on the line, on the line. On the line. When you're ready, tap. Wait for the tap. Okay.
Straight it goes straight out wide. There's the step. Heads back towards the line.
Out there, move now. Let him go.
Somebody got a poke in the eye there. Again, they head towards right-hand side. Try scored by St. George.
You're happy, Jay? Thank you.
Here we go. A try down the far side there.
Finally scored a try on the right-hand side of the field.
Try scorer, Andy. Come on.
Nice work, St. George. Once again, just too many numbers out wide.
Tor on the ropes. St. George taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
We've said it throughout that first half. It's just straight line running, putting pressure on their defensive line. Simple rugby league.
Catch and pass, you know, no errors. Kick to come, 38-0. We're only 5 minutes into the second half.
Now I think we should get confirmation on what the mercy rule is.
Nua Sala won't want it to leave to finish early. Having a field day out there. Kick to come, this time from the right side of the field. Cassius Aurua Poro, number 17. Eyes the post, comes in for the kick. Pushes it out wide. 38-0. They're not going to lose sleep over those ones now.
Conversion unsuccessful. The score remains St. George 38.
Number 16 caught on his own out there, trying to rush in defence, but didn't quite get there, unfortunately.
That's what happens when you're outnumbered. He was outnumbered 2-1 out there. It was always going to be a catch and pass that beats one person. They've been guilty, Tor, all day of not moving enough numbers out wide to shut those attacks down. And of course, St. George been exploiting it. Here's the restart. Timon's deep. It's been brought back hard. Nice hit up. Takes 3 to take the runner down. Number 8. Tavita Metcalf. There's another good one. It looks like we've got a hamstring out there, unfortunately.
We heard a scream.
Yeah. Once there's a nice run and a good offload, they sweep downfield and get into the Tor's half. Just a nice settle, good time for it. Just showing they'll be patient when they need to be. Work their way towards the left-hand side of the field. Dangerous position now as they head towards and sweep over the 20. Oh, there we go. It's an unusual error. St. George it is this time, just guilty of snatching at the ball.
Two markers. Winner ready. Winner ready.
Tor get it underway again. Gang tackles coming in, throws them back over the line.
Tor won't give up. They'll be in this. They will be in this.
Just got to execute the plays. Finish a set of 6 would be a great start. There's a nice offload. They're looking for space that just isn't there at the moment. Good hit up from the prop. Just a little bit flat-footed on attack. They have been throughout the game when they've had their own sets.
Good set.
But they are finally have completed a set. They're in the St. George 10 metre. They're running it. It's the final tackle. Puts the kick in now. It's a little chip into space. It stands up. Nice take out there. Penalty to Tor this time. Should mean back-to-back sets for them. Something of a rarity since the game started for Tor. Kids having a great time at the park.
Yeah, on the line, boys. Wait for the tip.
Here come Tor.
1 foot on the line, boys. 1 foot on the line.
Here we go. If they're going to get some respectability out of this game, they're going to want to score from this position. Goes through the hands. The runner changes direction. Nice defense out there.
Yeah, on me, on me, on. That's 2.
There's the spin. Takes it towards the try line on the right-hand side. St. George keep making the tackles.
10.
Just trying to cut back in, change the angle. Again, St. George up to it. Oh, this time it's intercepted, and guess. I was going to say, guess who it is. It's the headgear that gave him away. It wasn't him. Oh, there we go.
The other winger gets into the show.
Gets on under the dot. He's going to give his boys a few breaths before he dots it down. But again, that takes it into the 40s. They go from one end of the field to the other.
There we go. There's another try there.
PJ Lynn Masters backing up.
Nice try
Number 2
by Lynn Masters.
PJ Lynn Masters.
Comes up in support. Unlucky for Tor. They were just starting to build something there, but again, it's St. George on defense. We're up to it. This time the kick from right in front at 44-0. 29 minutes to go in the game, half an hour. Tor unable to get anything started. But they've just been not allowed to.
Conversion successful. That now takes the St. George Dragons to 44.
44.
4-0.
In under the try and under the black dot, unopposed.
There he is, the try scorer. Where has our Steph man gone?
He's not. Doesn't seem to be on the field. I've been looking for him out there. He's can't blame him for taking a rest though. He's run about 500 miles today in the game. Might feel hard done by that he didn't have the opportunity to score a couple more tries. But it hasn't stopped St. George. They've moved along. 44-0. Nice take. This time it's St. George who are going to hit it back. There's a nice hit up. Bust through the first tackle. Again, no shortage of runners from St. George. They're coming from depth and they're coming at speed. And they're just getting metres in the tackle. Just keeping the legs pumping. This time it's an offload. Takes the tackle.
Let him up. Let him up. That's 4. Yep.
There's another one. Missed tackles would be astronomical on tour at the moment.
Everyone move. Let him go. Final. That's final. Nothing late. Nothing late.
You do that much defending, Semi, it just takes so much energy out of you when you're having to use 2 and 3 guys to put that big man on the ground.
Yeah, Tor couldn't have asked for a better start to their season. This will definitely give them the measure of where they need to go to this season. St. George, they're a big club, they're a big team. So for Tor, they'll take a lot out of this.
Who's one?
Give them something to aim at, definitely. Later in the season when they meet St. George again, benchmark has been set for them.
I mean, if you were to put up this St. George team up against a Petone or that Vikings team that we watched earlier, I'd say both of those teams would struggle to try and control this forward pack.
Oh, definitely the most impressive unit we've seen today out of the 4 teams so far. And they just continue to make their tackles as well. But it's Tor working their way into territory for the second time in a few minutes. And let's not forget the try they just gave up was an intercept from the St. George 20-metre line. They swept downfield 80 metres to score that try.
Just miscommunication there in the back line for the boys.
Halfback Akavi is trying to snatch it out of the hands of a guy. Automatically goes offside. St. George bringing it back. St. George it is who work it into the Tor half, right in midfield. Sounds like Hell's Angels pulling out of the ground. Hey, brother.
Be up now, boys.
Yo. Fancy.
No. Just the middle guy.
Man, 44 points. St. George leading. A lot of those points were scored by a young man named Seth. He's with us now.
Yep.
I mean, congratulations on the afternoon that you've had. 5 tries. What were you hoping to get done today? 5 tries?
My goal for today was actually no drop balls at all.
So far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, we know you're on the sideline with a head knock at the moment. How are you feeling?
No, I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Still remember quite a lot. Yeah, feeling
Seth, well done. Tell me, you owe the kicker a beer?
yeah, maybe scoring out a bit too wide.
I see a bit of banter going on out there as you keep scoring out wide.
Yeah.
But hey, that's what a winger's job is to do, is to finish off that. But the platform laid for you was excellent as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, congratulations. We just wanted to grab you for a couple of minutes. You've contributed to a wonderful day here at Ngati Toa Domain, scoring 5 tries for your team.
Yep.
As we see Toa getting over the line, it's been a game of challenges for Toa, but for St. George, you'll be happy with your performance.
There we go. It's Toa. They get
definitely.
themselves finally on the board with a try of their own. And they'll be breathing a big sigh of relief as they were threatening to be blanked by St. George. 4 of their own. We'll go back to Seth.
Just again, full credit to all the boys. We've had a very strong pre-season. Everyone's working hard out and in of training, so full credit to the boys.
Bro. We'll try and get your coach, humble guy Ngati, on the line later on. But on behalf of us in the broadcasting team, we've enjoyed watching the 5 tries you scored this afternoon. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Seth. Cheers. Right, there we go. Conversion to come. It is finally Toa managed to get themselves on the board. A few smiles out there as there is a kick to come. It's looking good. It goes over. 44-6. St. George and Toa.
So that now takes the score. Toa 6. St. George Dragons 4.
Toa just a bit of possession.
It's the triple fours.
Triple 44-4. Is there any superstition tied up to those sorts of scores?
Nah, not at all.
44-4, and that still a very impressive lead that St. George enjoy. And we'll say it now, they're probably going to take this game out, and everything that Toa are doing is for a bit of self-respect. Give themselves a bit of face-saving points, and let's hope they can score a couple more.
Look, this is great. Toa have a new coach, Coach Akavi, that's taken over the helm there. So for him, having this video will be great to see what needs to be done this week at training. I just want to thank Seth for his time, jumping into the commentary box with us. He's been a wonderful person to watch throughout the afternoon with his 5 tries as we see Toa making their way out of the red zone, making sure that they have the momentum. Look, they would have learned from this half, and they're just trying to do the basics now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need to do, just limit the errors they were making. They're getting a bit of possession now, which is good, and they're managing to do something with it, which just goes to show that they haven't given away what they hope. As we see just a bit of an injury out there.
I think he might have fallen the wrong way in the tackle, obviously.
Bit of hyperextension. Let's hope it's nothing more than a bit of a sore leg for a while, but it certainly looked pretty damaging. Let's hope that young man is going to be okay.
No.
And there goes the tackle, and he's landed very awkwardly.
Yeah.
He won't dwell on that, though.
No. Yeah.
There we go. Not a nice thing to see, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to get someone else out there, and let's hope that young man is going to be okay. It's probably his day over, as they will have to get him off to assess that injury. Just going to take a couple of minutes to get that done. But, you mentioned it before, Semi, that Toa weren't going to give up.
No, not at all.
And
I mean, it's a proud club.
Yeah.
And for them, as I said earlier on, this is probably the best game that they could have asked for as their first comp game. They can see where they are. Tour's season in 2025 was huge. The amount of games that they were able to win without a coach early in the season was absolutely phenomenal. And here they are again. Look, it's a new team. It's a new look. They're talking amongst themselves at the moment. Their heads are up. They're just constantly making sure, look, let's just finish strong.
So we've seen 4 of the teams in the competition today with the Vikings, Petone, Toa and St. George. Who's left to...
Well, Whiti, we would have loved to see Whiti Tera down here. based up there
In Otaki?
In Otaki. They're a tremendous team that this comp benefit from having in their amongst the teams. Also, we have the Randwick Kingfishers. We also have Te Aroha Eels. Look, there's quite a few others. Unfortunately for the Wellington Hunters, they weren't bringing in a premiership club team into the competition this year, and we wish them all the best.
Yeah, it's always sad when you lose a premier team.
Yeah, in there, but look, Randwick couldn't play today. They were meant to play Te Whiti, and they defaulted. So if you're watching this from Randwick and you need to go play for the club, get out there, support the Prem Ones, get them into this competition. As you can see, we've enjoyed it so far this afternoon.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. I live in Otaki, so I'll probably go and see 50 play a few times this year. So I've really enjoyed it. So it's been a wonderful day as we see the highlight package of Seth scoring his tries. Enjoying that.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a head knock, and that's why he hasn't been on in the second half. And so would I. I'd put him on ice as well.
Yeah, 5 tries. I mean, you're pretty much sure that he's done his job for the day and can go and put his feet up and get his body iced and whatever needs to be to recover from a busy day.
Lazy tackle there by St. George, going up too high.
Possibly a bit of fatigue beginning to set in from St. George.
Yeah.
They certainly have been a team that's had a high work rate. Right across the field, to be fair, their forwards have set it up for their backs. There's another kick today that hasn't gone out on the penalty. But everyone's had a bit of a breather because of that injury break, so St. George probably got a bit more fuel back in the tank as they sweep down into Tor's half.
Get him on the ground.
Straight away, there goes a tackler that's able to stand as they head towards the 20-metre line for Tor.
Nice, Peter!
Great defensive tackle.
Nice work. They are putting these guys on the ground now. And we go, final tackle. I've seen the setup. It's a very high kick. It's right on there, and it's well taken out there, and he's bringing it back. He's beaten 1. He's beaten 2. Tackle short of the 10-metre line. Heading it to, oh, there's a nice tackle.
Tor looking very composed.
They are all of a sudden. They're enjoying a bit of possession. They're been error-free for about the last 7 or 8 minutes. And the ref said play on, it's been lost. Picked up by St. George. And that's exactly what Tor didn't need, as they were looking promising again.
Up, legs!
Jesse Brown stands in the tackle, offloads. Nice work. This time he gets in behind the ruck. Not held. Gets up to go again. Nice work by Simi. It's only tackle 2. This time it's the hooker. Just missing those runners at speed from depth that they were enjoying before. This time it goes wide. Nice tackle. Oh, this time too big, too strong.
Held up.
Nice work in defence. It's going to get, he said he's got it down. That's from the ref. You heard it on the mic. There's another try scored by St. George. Valiant effort this time to make the tackle over the line. No, it couldn't be done.
To the St. George Centre, Andy Poko.
There we go. It's the St. George Centre. Andy Poko that gets the try. Beginning to share it around now.
Well, cuts back in, able to bump off 2 to 3 players, fights his way to the line, and puts it down on the ground. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's the 4th. Finds it, scores the 4 points. What a wonderful afternoon for the young man.
Here we go, just waiting on another kick. This is going to bring up the half century. if it goes over.
Yeah. I think we've changed kickers.
It's the fullback out there doing the kicking. James Tawhiti. Familiar sight. We're seeing St. George kicker lining up a conversion for a try. He's pushed it off to the left. Not quite able to get there yet. It's 48-6. St. George over Tor.
Conversion was unsuccessful. That now takes the score. St. George Dragons 48. Tor 6.
Yeah, everyone's out there just wanting to make sure that they're trying their hardest, doing their best. It's frustrating for the Tor players at the moment.
Good to see the crowd hasn't gone anywhere. There's still a fair old sprinkling of spectators out there enjoying the day, enjoying the afternoon. The sun's just come back out.
St. George doing what they've done all day, taking it straight down the middle.
Enjoying a full afternoon of rugby league here at Ngati Toa Domain.
As we see another big bopper.
Helped himself to a few hit-ups since he's been out there. Has number 16. Nash Kemp.
Tackle 3. Looks like we may go wide here. No, we'll go back on the inside shoulders.
Cuts back. Changes the angle. Turns. It's that man, that try scorer. The centre.
It's the pace of the game. These guys are playing it.
Yeah.
Just slightly a little bit faster. Putting the pressure up on the defensive line. Making them make decisions as they come down the right-hand side.
Oh, this time that St. George can't hold on to it. And the Tor defender has to put the brakes on as he was about to get swamped by about 5 guys that were bigger than him.
Tackle 1.
Tor's chance to have a go this time. Now there's a nice run. Akavi it is. Working his magic out there, trying to get a runner. No takers this time. Had to fight for that one, nearly a one-on-one strip. Nice run back towards the post this time. They were in position A.
No, Bida.
Got themselves close to the posts. There's a chip kick. It's taken down.
As Josefa takes it up.
There we go, the fullback. He's handed it out to the wing. There's acres of space out there. He's got plenty of speed. He's got ahead of them. They've got him. They've tagged him. Nice tackle. Desperation out there by Tor. Good to see them showing it. There we go. The try looks inevitable. And sure it is. And it's number 7 for St. George. Eli Moata.
There's another try down the sideline there. To the number 7, Ali Moata.
It's interesting. You say it here and the announcer says it down.
I just get to look at my list quicker than he does. Starting to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
There we go, and there's another try, and that brings up the half century for St. George, 52-6 over Tor. It's been a great day out for the men in white and red. The local team. 3 of the teams are from Porirua that we've seen out there today. Petone being the one team that's not. definitely did their bit to contribute to the entertainment today as well, though.
Yeah.
So it kind of stuffed up the...
Good. Hit him.
There we go, looking to convert his own try. Moata. Pushes this one out. It's not going to come around far enough.
Conversion unsuccessful. So the score remains St. George 52. 4.
Still time to go in this ball game.
Yeah.
Ball game. Game of league.
11 minutes to go.
Put some money in the jar for every time I've said that today. The habits of the summer have been hard to get out.
The interesting thing about this game is if they had gotten all their kicks over, this game may have been finished 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably about 18 points in kicks that have been left there, but, you know, that's a big ask. Most of the kicks were from the sideline.
Yeah.
Oh, this time goes back straight into the arms of another runner for St. George.
Still some good hits getting in there.
Let him go, let him go. Hold.
Brings it hard up to the 20-metre line.
Well, everyone's still wanting to do the best.
Let's tackle two, hold.
St.
St.
George.
After taking a breather for about 10 minutes there, it just looked like they've been re-energised, and there's a wonderful run by Rob Ula.
Let him go. Hold, hold. That's free.
St. George are probably looking for
Daniel
the kill,
Simi
for the
takes it
killer
out of the
blow.
ruck.
Play on.
Oh, and it's a strip. Got it back. Simi that's gone. Passes it out to the wing this time. They're not going to stop him. Bit of a comedy of errors that led to that one. I think the position changed twice out there.
I'm not sure this could be the killer blow.
There you go, guys.
I mean, I know you're looking at the
I
score.
was going to say, in terms of the score, that came a little while back.
Yeah. But I think with 50 points on the board, whether the officials declare this the mercy rule.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a new one on me for rugby league. Oh, whatever they're doing, they're going to they're going to see the kick go ahead.
A 50-point difference brings in the mercy rule.
Well, let's see if the officials are wrong for that. There's the kick.
No,
and you're
he's called
absolutely right. Semi,
Yep.
he called it.
That's what I meant by the killer blow.
58-6 is the final score. And it is a wonderful effort if you're a St. George supporter, as they have absolutely made every post a winning post. Here in this game on day one for Wellington Rugby League Premier 1 competition, Tor can chalk that one up to the learning board and go back on Tuesday night and download that one and learn what they need to do and where they need to be.
Oh, absolutely. Congratulations to the Vikings. Congratulations to Tor winning both games of the Wellington Rugby League opening round here at Ngati Tor Domain. It's been wonderful, high-scoring game. And as you said, all teams will go back and watch the video on this. We need to thank those that supported this broadcast, brought to you by Beyond the Dugout, Aotearoa Tour FM, and the sponsors of this broadcast being Aotearoa Order, Health NZ, and 2 Order, who were here today delivering immunisations to our whānau in the club rooms that were flu, COVID, and MMRs. Thank you to the whole team that were here. Huge thanks to the officials, Wellington Rugby League. Thank you to you. How did you enjoy that?
Oh, wonderful. I was a league rookie when I started, so hopefully I didn't put too many people off, but very much enjoyed my day of commentating rugby league, and fine show put on out there, particularly by St. George, who probably were a cut above everybody else today, but who knows what's going to happen next week.
Oh, exactly. And week 2, if you haven't been to training this weekend, get to training if you want to play league. Get to Te Aroha Eels. They train Tuesdays and Thursdays. Get to Randwick. We also must thank Chopper, Corey, Toby, the two boys upstairs on the cameras, and I think we've got one that's been out and about on the sidelines. Huge production team out here.
And
Thanks
of
to
course
Kaz.
yourself, Semi. Well done. 2 games on the bounce yourself.
Look,
enjoyed it.
More of a bounce than 2, you know. So it's all good. No, thank you to Ryan, to Matt, the boys that are up in the cameras. Can't read that one.
Terry.
Jeremiah.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you write like a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you to everyone, Wellington Rugby League. All the best for the season that you have ahead of you. Chopper, thank you so much. Congratulations to everyone. Man, well done.
Oh, well, there we go. We're going to leave that. That'll be the end of our broadcast. We'll leave you with these few pictures that we've got left. And we'll catch you in the very near future when we come back. Once again, goodbye. And staying with me after the excitement of the last game, Semi Kuresa. There's the offload. There's the kick. Charge down. Out wide. Defense holds. He looks to get it back. Here we go. Gets the offload. And he's going to go over. Out wide on the left-hand side of St. George. There's the kick. Giving it a good nudge. It comes off the upright right. St. George working back. Down the touchline. There's a great set of wheels. Speed. Waved away. Through the hands. Again, put it through the hands. Oh, there we go. Back into the hand. One pass. There we go. That's right out on them. I was going to say black dot. This one's looking just off to the left again. Behind. Done a great job.
Oh, goodness, what a try.
Couldn't hold on to him.
That's 3.
Shaking off. Chips it. Through the posts it goes. Best position they've had since the beginning of the ball, since the beginning of the game. This time, what a good kick. He needs the bounce. And he gets it, and it's that man once again. There we go. They watch this. Taken out there by the fullback, Naira. Oh, nice run. And
Here he comes again.
North follow again. He's got too much pace. He's blitzed them. Steers it wide. Doing some work for the forwards. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the winger from the other side.
From the other
he's
side.
Come looking for a try.
He's come looking for a try. Oh, there they go. What a, if it happens, what a try. He'll be willing this one to go under the post. Sliding it past. Nails it. Second 40 of this game here on day 1. St. George get us underway again. Going from the southern end of the ground this time, right to left as you look at it there. Oh, here we go. Strip in the eye there. Again, they head towards right-hand side. Try. Eyes the post. Comes in for the kick. Pushes it out wide.
The other winger gets into the shot.
Again,
You've contributed to a wonderful day here at Ngati Toa Domain, scoring 5 tries for your team.
Kick to come. It's looking good. It goes over. 44 kick today that hasn't gone out on the penalty. Oh, this time too big, too strong. He's pushed it off to the left. Not quite happy. He's got ahead of them. They've got him. They've tagged him. Nice. There we go. The try looks inevitable. And sure it is. And it's Hawaii, the men in white and red. Pushes this one out. It's not going to come around far enough. Yeah, there's probably about 18 points in kicks. And Timmy, that's going. Passes it out to the wing this time. They're not going to stop him. Bit of a comedy of errors that led to that one. I think the position changed twice out there. Well, let's see if the officials are on for that. There's the kick.
Club rooms that were flu. If you haven't been to training this weekend, get to training if you want to play league. Get to Te Aroha Eels.
Semi, well done. Two games on the bounce yourself. Enjoyed it.
More of a bounce than
100.9 and 94.9.